Hey there folks, welcome to the Classic route. This is going to be another route learning video. This is more of an assessment just to see if you like these kinds of videos. This is the K-Trains Class 750. This is a paid module, I'll link to that. Most of everything else that you see except for this coach right here, which is the Railworks Austria's new Eurofirma coaches, is freeware today. I can't link to it all, I'm really sorry. So I'm just going to turn on master key on. I'm doing a really quick sort of train prep almost here. So I'm just going to set my reverser up. I'm going to set my loco brake to on. Now, what I did to get to this stage is I press Control-Shift-O. I recommend you do it twice. Train brake off basically, and we'll put bit on. Basically set 4 bar. Off fully. We've got obstacle here. You've got my handbrake still, which is a key point. So the handbrake in this thing is over here. You can crank it if you want. I always struggle with click points for cranking handbrakes over. So what I do, I cheat. There you go. Oh, great. There you go, handbrake's off. Hover goes back down. We've got one line left of the D1 safety test, which is my... We accidentally left the train on brake there, but we don't talk about that. We don't talk about that. So actually I want my train brake applied. Am I now going to not be able to do any sort of D1 safety testing with the middles? Because this is just how this game loves me. Also, my engine's not started. That's always a good start. So I'll do start on the engine now. Sounds great in the background. Oh, there we go. So what I'd actually not done is I'd clicked the basically the master key straight to position 1 instead of gone through 2 first. Apologies for that, folks. But we'll quickly prep our mid-else. So we'll go a regime which is mode to click there, which is Hradec, which as far as I understand is because it's a Slovak system. The train speaks Slovak in this sense, and it's saying basically Hradec is Provost as far as I understand, which is like basically normal service. We'll then, we'll move away in the normal mode. So reverse goes forward, brake's been released. Let's take a lump of power and get going places. Would be good if we set our headlights, wouldn't it? So quickly go. Have I done the back ones? I have. There you go. So the train we're driving to, by the way, is R923 Krakonos. R923 is sort of like a fast train. It's in the UK we have class 1s and class 2s basically for passengers. The Czechs have a lot more than that, so that's the way to think of it. I sort of went idle there because this thing is a bit of a rocket, and I didn't want it to get me caught out. So I'll just put 40 in as our pre-selected speed, which is our start speed limit today. So what I did is I changed my mode of control over to automatic. So basically the train is just going to take as much power as it needs to get up to 40, and then it's going to sit there. So I blared my horn departing. I'm going to blow my whistle as I approach this level crossing. I always give a blast of the horn as I depart because, my god, check dispatch processes are awful. And I'm surprised they don't kill more people. There you go. Also, you know all the videos you see of idiots jumping the level crossings? That's the Czech Republic for you. Also, terrifyingly, right, in the UK, the way that level crossings work is the barriers come down, a signal either at the location, basically says, yes, level crossing is clear, and sets the road for the train. The train then can traverse, right? And that, you know, usually you wouldn't get checked down for that because the crossings just clear as quick as they can. But over here, the crossing detects, then train clears. Once the train's cleared, signal then raises the barriers and obviously resets the signal. Over here, barriers drop, and effectively there's no train stop mechanism here. There's no one checking that the crossing is clear. If I end up doing another video, it's the one it's going to be using an EC 145 Osterband. There's an area we go past where about 9 months ago there was a fatal collision between a train and a lorry that was stuck on level crossing. It's insane. It's just the lack of safety in this country is insane. It leads to you having some really cool little branch lines like this, where you know it feels like we are scooting along, you know, to basically people's back gardens here. What happened there? So I just incurred an emergency brake application. I think I dropped the DSD in the train's opinion. Yeah, I did. So I've reset that. So what we'll do is we'll basically just hold it in power. So you're getting the alert, which is fine. Basically saying there's not enough brake pressure, which is fine. I'll also just set our instrument lights on. So basic controls from bottom right to bottom left. Whistle. So horn, whistle. And you see as well, as I take power in this, it will be rapid. Watch this. You can see the smoke go pouring out the roof. We've got a bit of wheel stuff going on there because of how rapid this is going to be. And I love as well the variation, the rolling stock. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 different types of coach in your train. You just wouldn't get that in the UK, and this isn't just sort of different classifications of coach. As we approach Semenita station, it's 4 completely different types of coaches, and I love that. But there you go. We're basically not that much further on train length, and we're only back up to line speed. It's insane. She's a rocket ship. So you got your whistle, which we've blired both, to be fair. Loco brake, this is your mode of control. So at the moment we're in automatic mode, where I've told the train using the keyboard how fast I want it to go. It will then do that speed. You've got CPBC, combined power brake lever, loco brake. Your DSD. No! You bastard! I've just had the emergency brake stumped on me then, I don't know why. I genuinely don't know why it keeps doing that. Apologies for this, folks. I do not know what it thinks it's doing at the moment. I'll just sit here and spam this out for the rest of the journey. Door controls, master key, emergency brake plunger. Start, stop for the engine, neutral and engine reset if we overdo it. You can see I am basically redlining the ammeter right there. We're going to set our train heat to summer. That is basically, this is your cab AC. This is your cab controls or temps. That is your engine groups, wiper controls, headlamps, cab light, instrument lights. No, it doesn't work. Don't you dare! Intercom, radio. The radio is simulated. I've just got struggled to understand how these would actually work. But yeah, that is your cab setup on the 757. So this is a refurbished version of the Kraloves. They run for both České dráhy and CD Cargo as well, or České dráhy Cargo, or České Cargo. And honestly, they're really cool bits of kit. I really enjoy driving this. It's sort of they've basically done the equivalent of a Class 57, but not in 2002, but 2015. So you've got full glass cockpit, you've got all your automatics. It's just a much nicer driving experience, a much easier driving experience, I should say. This also, I will sort of disclose, this is a scenario made by me. It's not 1000% realistic. This is the right shape of loco, but they normally run a 754 as opposed to 7507 on these. But you know, it's testing, it's whatever. It's not impossible that one would find its way onto here, basically. Because, for example, the radio channels it's giving you here are actually for this route, so it's not impossible that one would find its way up here. We've got our, like I say, we've got our keyboard for our speed sets. I will use manual controls, so different control variations. Okay, interesting point here. Mid-L is picked up the next signal, which is the green, so the DSD calms down a bit now that it's got that. But you've got automatic control, which is the 1 o'clock position, which we're in. The 3 o'clock position is CB, which is Cílové brzdění. Basically, the train knows where it's going, and it knows where it is. So it will brake itself! You lunatics! I don't brake for that because, obviously, this is just the way the game responds to stuff. Also, polite heads up, I am missing assets on this route, I know. That's why some of the textures are a bit funky. It's just next to impossible to have them all, because the requirements list is that insane. This is Smoothie, so just passed through. As we continue along, then the 11 o'clock position, that's a nose out, which is basically emergency mode, and then I don't know what the bottom two roads are as well. See, we've lost the code now, so we'll be tapping this a lot more, basically. So basically I'm treating it as cipher now, so as soon as the light disappears, I tap it on. Can I press and hold? No, it doesn't. It does nothing. Cool. Noted. So we're basically just cruising along, and this is just going to stop us losing our thing. Really interesting point as well. I'll do it once we pick a signal back up. Two of these coaches have interior views, and they're really quite cool. And it just shows the difference in feel. Like, the differences of coaching stock at České dráhy are insane. They've got rid of quite a bit of the older stuff now. But even, like I say, in the UK, since nationalisation, probably. Well, so since Mark 1s and Mark 2s came in, basically. So since like since BR had its rationalised fleets, you would not get a train with this much coach variety in it. You know, you might get Mark 2As and Mark 2Bs in a train, Mark 2As and Mark 2Ds, maybe Mark 1s, but like never on a train this short. It'll be a long train where probably the closest I can think of with the ScotRail push pulls, where you had Mark 3s and Mark 2s. That's probably the most variety I can think of on a train this short. This is just, so you've got your internals here. So you've got your, what we call, this is sort of a bit called, well, an open coach, basically. Give a blast of the horn because we're going through a station. This is your, so you've got your big space coach. And then you've also got your compartment coach. This is the paid one. This is the Eurofirma coach from the Railworks Austria pack. I am using that in a couple of different scenarios. So it's honestly, so my thoughts on that pack as well. I'll get that into this video because it doesn't justify its own review video. It's good. It's also just insanely expensive. So like, yeah, balancing is key. 100 warning, which is fine. We're 100 already. So 100 is the maximum speed of this train. The line speed goes up to 120, and you can see, because it's a standardized keyboard system, it allows you to go up to 200, in theory, to 125 miles an hour, but you'll never get that fast. The fastest you go in the Czech Republic is 160. The only trains that go up to 200 are the 380s that use this system. But it just gives you commonality in space, so it makes sense, really. I'm just going to blend my whistle as we approach through the station. So because a lot of these don't have underpasses, you get passengers crossing the running lines. They shouldn't cross here, but at the same time, we're blasting through at 100 kph. They'd be forgiven for it. Or forgiven for not expecting us, I should say. Quick little bit of local geography we'll cover off on. Let's take capture mode off. Move that onto my screen. No, lost my code again. Really quick, fast. Hradec Kralove is here. The Jaromer is here. This route itself is insane. So we are covering this bit. Goes all the way up here. This isn't all scenery, by the way. So basically you can do a lot more of this journey. I wanted to just do a short form version. Don't want to get DSD'd again. We go all the way up there. It's just insane for the amount of track you get. This is the main drag. So in the past we did, I think, Česká Třebová to Choceň. It's Choceň on this route, isn't it? That's Choceň right there. Can't remember now. I think it's Choceň here. Yeah. So we did the bottom segment of this way back in 2020 probably on the 754. Now that's our cue to slow down to 40, give it a beat, and then I'm just going to select 40, which is our next speed restriction, and the speed that the trainer wants us to check down to anyway. So you'll see within a few seconds I brake really early, we tap it to acknowledge it, you can see the train's flashing saying, I want you to slow down, think about slowing down. And you'll see the speed will start ticking down really quickly. So I actually just slow down now. And then you see that ticks off really quickly. It's just better to get slowed down early. You can see we're now down nice and early. We probably slowed down a bit rapidly there. But it is what it is, you know what I mean? It is what it is. And then you've got 45 and then 40. We could accelerate a little bit in theory once we get the code again, which will be in a second, once we pass this signal. But yeah, we can't take manual mode in this one, I don't think. But basically, the 40 is like at this level crossing here. So if I was in manual control, I could probably like chance it to go a little bit quicker, but you wouldn't want to. So you see it'll clear back up to 100 within about a second. But there you go. But like I say, you can see the 40 warning or 40 post there. So it's just not worth accelerating. Now what I'll do is I'll chuck us into idle mode and set us into manual control of the train now. So basically what I've done now is I've just said to the train, coast. And we're going to swing over some point work on the way in. And I do want to, this scenario will be released to the Train Security website. This is one of my scenarios. I do want to pad this area a bit better than it is at the moment. This area looks a bit empty. One thing I do enjoy, though, with this route is, apologies again for the milk bottles. Milk bottles in train sim mean you're missing something. Is this reminds me so much of a place we used to go past in Ostrava, which is the basically the freight station. So if you had like van load freight, effectively, it would get offloaded there. But also, one of my fondest memories as a child is seeing trolley buses getting offloaded there, and it was really cool. As a child, I loved trolley buses, and I still think trolley buses are pretty cool now. So yeah, but as we're coming down the end, so you've got some different wagons parked up there. And I'll just brake us in manually. What I'll actually do is just knock my EDB out, acknowledge my train fault, and just use the air brakes to slow us down. And then we're back into VBX mode, which is a bit of power just to sustain us. We want to stop at the ends. You can see this locomotive over here. Basically, when we come off, they'll come on and take over the train from us. we've probably got a few minutes because we'll be a little bit early coming in, but yeah. We'll just secure the, or put enough brake on, gently bring the train to a stand. Stop, please, train. Thank you. So I'm going to secure my lock train with my frame brake. I'm now going to actually we need to release the doors. So we basically release the doors, and then whilst the doors are open, we uncouple. So we are going to come off the front of this train, as I mentioned. So what I can do, I don't have to change to the rear end to set my cab light. I'll set my stuff up. I can just go and do that, which means I've got white on the front, red on the back. And when this finishes, we'll set handbrakes on the coaches because the shutters would do this for us anyway. And now that we've done that, to be fair, we want to wedge the air brakes on. So what I would do is do that. No, actually, no way for me to do that the way I'm imagining. So just set my brake to fully applied, which gives us full. You can see the brake pipe pressure falling. I want to destroy my air pipe as much as I possibly can. And then we'll release the air brake. And then we'll just basically let that off again. So we've disconnected, and now we need to shunt forward. So good, that works. And I'm actually allowed to go up to 250 here. So that's my other thing to remember. So now that my train brake is off, I'll set the local brake off. Blast of the horn as we pull off. Oh, it's saying my door's unclosed because it doesn't understand that I've disconnected. And the scripting doesn't understand that I'm disconnected, so we'll give that a second. There we go. And away we go. Now we're a light engine, so we don't use too much power. But that'll do. Oh god, hello. Right, let's try this instead. I was going to do manual mode to demonstrate it to you guys, but for whatever reason, the train's decided... Oh. No, that's brake prep. So, yeah, we've got brake pipe pressure is empty. So brake cylinder pressure is flat. That's manoeuvred. That's manoeuvred. What did I break? My doors are closed. So if I go back into manual mode, I'm just going to thrash it and take full time. Prepare for Thrash Merchant 2.0. What the heck's going on with this? So, let's just check my faults. We're uncoupled, that's thingy, that's fine. Brake cylinder pressure falls off. In theory, as soon as you hit brake cylinder pressure is off, nothing holding the train. I'm not getting amps. Well, I'm in idle at the moment. We draw power. Again. So brake pressure falls off. And we're going straight to an overamp. Okay, so if I overamp the engine. Let's reset that. Okay, it's just going straight to you. You're thrashing me, even though I'm clearly not. Last chance moment here. What's that saying there? Regime Loco, Navolny Regime Scotian. Sorry, that's Scotian is testing. And then we'll go to Nozo mode, which is like shunt at next to nothing speed. See if that lets us take power. See, so that's Miami to there. So in theory, my ammeter's going through the roof. In practice, I know it's not. And then it starts throwing faults at me. Right, last chance. Selector speed. Take power. Reverser forward. Take power. I've knacked it. Okay, I'm going to do a jump cut because this is just embarrassing because I thought I knew how to drive this loco. Apparently I do not. There we go. It works now. Don't ask how much pain I went to make that work, okay? Just don't ask. We want manual mode back. Hello. So yeah, we are just going to run out. We're running out light loco, so basically we need to put ourselves on top of that 754. It'd be rather embarrassing. You know, had to come out to save us though. I will turn that game audio back up. It's absolutely a competency issue, and I've got no idea what I did differently, but I basically just recycled the train a few times and it worked. So because I'm light loco, I'm just sticking to 30 because we're basically just going to chuck ourselves in anywhere past that 7th post. And then we're going to change ends and we're going to shunt into the siding and put the train to bed, basically. You're going to use my loco brake. Genuinely never had to actually change ends on this before, I just realised. So this is going to be fun. Set that. Yeah, it'll be fine. We'll set that to off. We'll do our lights to red on both sides, and then I think when I change, we should be able to fix that. Oh. There we go. So that's now set correctly. That's set, that's set. Don't want my handbrake on, so that's fine. I'm going to jump that off as well. I'll leave that in the off position, purely just to be safe. Alright. Control plus to change ends. So. Oh. It's taken over our mirror test. That's super handy. That is super, super handy. So. End change is complete. What we can actually do is say. Sorry. Mode. And then. POS, which is shunt mode. And then. Forward, forward, forward. 40k max, which is fine. Everything else should be set now. I'll start from my headlamps. And then I need to do my backwards to red as well. Which then gives us all the right lights. Woo! No need for train heat anymore. Forward, forward, off, off, off. What's going on? That's fine. So I'm back at 40. So what I'm going to do is just... No. Literally not what I asked for, okay? So there's 30. And there is VBX. VBX is basically idle mode. So you can see you've got a couple of different braille letters around. So there's one guy there, 754, so 750, but he's a freight, bro, skedoodle. So yeah. Again, we'll just park on top of this guy. I want to stop behind the start signal. That start signal doesn't apply to us anyway, so. You can see a regular number over there. And the shunters must still be checking the train over before they, because of the shenanigans that I pulled before they let that Pershing on top of it. So the Pershing takes over here and continues to Prague. He can go up to 140 and it's electric. So you get a lot of sort of loco changing over, which is quite cool. will just bring us to a stand like it is so. That's a stationary. So just reverse it in neutral. We'll do red, red. Actually, no, I need to do engine stop because we're going to be sitting here a while. Off. Just like that, the engine's going to cool off and switch it shut down. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like the video if you did. Subscribe to see more from me regularly. And we'll see you guys in the next one. This, by the way, is a 754, the local that we would have normally driven on this. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time. Bye.